What's going on, guys? No Guides here. Welcome back to another video. Now we're going to go over the meta team, a meta team for 50k. So 50k in each position, and also a team that cost 50k in total. So I'll give you two options. I'll also explain to you how to create a team if you're on a cheap budget and what you should mainly look out for. There's obviously key players and key segments that you want to keep obviously very good. You want a good striker, generally speaking. So let's say you play a traditional 4-3-1, you want a good striker, somewhat a decent cam. The left wing and right wing, it doesn't matter too much as long as you've got pacey players on left wing and right wing, or left attacking mid, right attacking mid. Decent cam, decent striker, at least one decent CDM like Sissoko. And then the back line is all about pace and a good goalkeeper. That is all you need to make a good team. That's the most important things. For a budget of 50k, there's not that much you can do. But for 50k for each position, I'll go through. I'm going to miss out a few players like Allen. There's going to be players like Allen you're not going to see in his team. Players like Manolas are fantastic players, but just to get the chemistry and to get the best possible team, I'll leave them out. Let's first start with the goalkeeper. There's only one goalkeeper right now that's worth it, and that's Stegen. I know he says 77k. It's only because he's partially gone up right now because of an SPC. He's normally 50k, just under 50k. It's only because there's an SPC he's gone up. So we're going to put the Stegen in because by the time you watch this video, he'll be back to 50k. Best goalkeeper in the game. No questions asked. If you have normal to stay in your team and you can afford a better one, get this one. I have this one. Best goalkeeper in the game. No question asked. Now, for the right back, I've gone with Cancelo. Cancelo, I used him in right back when the game came out. One of the best right backs in the game. Just look at this guy's stats and you put like an anchor on him. He's like one of the best right backs in the game. Let's say you give him 7 chemistry, for example. Still amazing stats. Good agility and balance. Good passing. Good stamina. Everything you want from a centre back, in my opinion. So Cancelo. And then next to him, we're going to put Walker. Now, Walker and Cancelo are, in combination, two of the best players in the game. Both of them together. Now, personally, I like Cancelo better because Walker has got lacks agility and balance. But as a centre-back, he's better as centre-back. It's better to have Cancelo on the wing as a right-back, sorry. For left-back and right-backs, you just need pace. But since you get someone like Cancelo so cheap, all he needs is pace. Even if he has 10 stand tackling, it doesn't matter. As long as he has pace and he can catch up to your opponent, it is the most important thing. The fact that he's got good passing and good dribbling and 4-star skills makes him a fantastic right-back option. But for chemistry purposes, we're going to leave Cancelo on the right centre-back, and then we're going to move him in game. We're going to change to a 4-3-3. Generally speaking, a 4-3-3 second variation is probably the best way to get chemistry, or third variation, either one of those two. Now, obviously, we're going to go for the CDM. There isn't that many good centre mids value-wise. Sissoko is obviously the most important thing. When you're trying to look for a centre mid, generally speaking, under the budget, you want to look at pace. Pace, stand tackling, those are some of the few things you want to look for. There's not that many good even CDMs for that price range, I'll be honest. There's like not many. There's like maybe a handful of players that are maybe, you could argue, worth it. I think Delaney, Inform Delaney is a good option. I would probably mainly go towards either Inform Delaney. Saul is not a bad option with a shadow. But that is pretty much it. Inform Delaney and Goretzka, the cheaper end. Sissoko, apart from Kante, one of the best centre-backs in the game. There is no doubt about that. Straight to right wing, we're going to go to Mahrez. Inform Mahrez, the second Inform Mahrez. Fantastic player. 8 chemistry, more than enough. I'll probably slap a sniper on him just for the simple fact he's got the passing already. You just want to get his finishing up. So Mahrez are put in right wing. Now moving over to the CDM, as I said, there's only one person that can really compete with Sissoko. Not for price wise, but under 50k is Delaney, Inform Delaney. One of the best CDMs, but you can do a bit of everything. At least in comparison to Sissoko, Delaney can do everything. And he's got decent agility and balance. Hasn't got the best, but for this price, you can't complain. With the shadow, he becomes such a beast player. So I use his gold card in my 30k team. I'm sure you've seen it already. One of the best cards. And then when you have him in, how could you not put Royce in? Royce, for the budget-wise, under 50k is probably the best player. The only player that I think that can compete with Royce, in my opinion, is Mertens. I think Dries Mertens is the only player that can compete with Royce. He's the only player, just simply for stats-wise, they're very, very similar. But Royce has the better shooting, which kind of puts him just above Mertens. But they have both 4-star, 4-star. It's just the Mertens has, in my opinion, the agility and balance is what stands out and makes Mertens a better dribbler. But I think just for this team, I'll lean towards using Royce. That way you can get Delaney in. Then in left wing, there's no good left wings, I'll be honest. Not for the budget we have anyway. Not for 50k. There isn't that many good options. This is one of the issues with left wings. There's not that many good options for 50k. Sane. So we're going to put Dembele in. I was thinking about some players like Gnabry, but I think Dembele, and you're going to see why. One of the best right wings in the game. He should have been on this side, but you're going to see why in a second. We're then going to put Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder, one of the best centre mids, cams or strikers in the game. 5-star weak foot. This is like one of the only cards in the game where his base stats are so goddamn good. Like, how can you not have him in your team? With a Hunter, this guy is honestly unbelievable. I would probably play a sniper on if I was going to play him in striker just to get the composure up on the goal card. With Hunter, he's a perfect cam. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. How could you ever go wrong with Ben Yedder? How could you not have him in your team at all times? Of course, unfortunately, the normal Ben Yedders are not really that good. The normal Ben Yedders, compared to the informed ones, the normal one is not that good compared to the informed ones. But the gold card is still one of the best. It's not going to be like the 85. The 85 is a big step upwards, in my opinion. But the 83 will suffice, in my opinion, especially for its price wise, and they're not 50k. If they were cheaper, I would have opted for one. But unfortunately, they are not. Now, next card. Now, best left back in the game, it's Mendy. There is no question about it. Mendy's the best left back in the game. Gold card anyway, under 50k. No one can compete. Now, when it comes to left centre back, I've gone with Semedo. Now, Semedo's the best right back in the game. I'm sure you guys know that already. But I've been playing this guy in centre back for a very long time. And I can guarantee he's one of the best cards that I've used all year. All year round is one of the best cards. He simply does everything. And that's why I've gone with him. Now, the good thing about this is we're going to play a 4-3-3 fourth variation. In order to get chemistry, now when you're looking at chemistry, when you're looking at a team, you want to basically give everyone at least maximum chemistry that you can possibly get within reason. For example, I wouldn't put, so let's say for example here, let's say there was another left wing. I'm just going to quickly show you a brief example, right? The way I look at chemistry, and you guys should know this already, when I look at chemistry, I look at what players can compete. So let's say we look at left wing, there isn't really anyone. Let's just say, I don't know, I'm looking for any example there, but let's say we go, for example, with this guy, right? You have to compare these two players, and then you got to think, okay, would I rather have Dembele on 6 chemistry, or would let's just say I had 4 Serie A links, would you rather have this player on 10 chemistry? You have to create that comparison. Now, I know immediately this guy doesn't have a 5-star weak foot, and he's got a 3-star weak foot, and he hasn't got the best balance, and he hasn't got the best finishing compared to Dembele. So Dembele will start over him on 6 chemistry, more than enough. And then what you do is, the most important thing after that is you want to figure out what formation you can play. Now, this is a very versatile team. You can play any formation. In terms of what formation you play, it depends on what manager you pick. So if you play a 4-2-3-1, as I said, as long as you have a good so this is why I'll play the 4-2-3-1. I'll put Royce in striker, Dembele, Ben Yedder in cam. And this is the way I'll play it. And as I said, in game, we're going to swap Cancelo. Semedo and Cancelo using centre back for a very long time. But just because of Kyle Walker's agility and balance, we're going to move him to centre back. This is the in-game formation. You can also play a 4-4-2 with this. Very, very effective. Very, very easy to use. I'm going to put like that. And you basically got some of the best attackers in the game. Again, a very good formation. You can even go with a 4-1-2-1-2. Now, with a 4-1-2-1-2 gets a bit difficult. You need to decide who you want to put into the game. Now, personally for me, when it's a 4-1-2-1-2, I'll always drop someone like Mahrez in that role, right centre mid role, just so you can drift forward from out the back. But that's the way I'll play it in game. Now, as I said, when you're looking for a manager, when you're looking for chemistry-wise, when you're looking for a manager, you want to ideally give chemistry to certain players. Now, I know Ben Yedder is going to be a striker, and I also know that equally, that not only is Ben Yedder going to be a striker, I know that Dembele is probably going to be on a wing. So I'm looking at, okay, these two guys are French. They can get +1 chemistry if I get a French manager. And then maybe I can get a Bundesliga manager and get these guys up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a French manager. So we're going to look for someone from France. Go to scroll down to France. And then we're going to get someone from Bundesliga. So the idea is here is we want Zidane. So as you can see, Ben now has 8 chemistry. Then Dembele has 7. And Royce and Delaney have 8. So basically, almost all the players are basically on good chemistry. So even Semedo's on 6. So apart from Semedo and Cancelo, which are on 6, and the rest of the team, the major players, like you can argue, some of the major players like Ben Yedder, they have the most amount of chem that you can give them possible. Yes, it would be perfect. In an ideal world, you can give them 10 chemistry. but it's hard to do that. Now, in case you're wondering about the actual cheap, very, very cheap team, as I said, the team that's worth 30k, the only changes I will do in this instance is I'll just do some minor changes. So I'll get Ruslan here. Ruslan's what I'll get here. Move Dembele across over here. I'll get Semedo over here. And then what I will do is probably get Schulz, like so. I think Schulz is the way to do it. Areola over here. Areola. Now, I actually have a video on this. Basically, how to play with a cheap 50k team. I made some small changes. In case you haven't seen that video, you want to go here. You want to go on. I'll link it in the description. If you type in 30k team nil guides, you'll find this team. This is the team I base it off, this one over here. Now, you see, when you're making a team, as I said, generally speaking, as a rule of thumb, when you're making a team, this 30k team took me to elite very easily. The only difference is there was some weaknesses, which I didn't really like with the team. So I was going to change it up. We're going to put Goretzka here instead, because Goretzka's within budget. And we're going to then change Royce, because he can no longer fit in the team. We're going to keep Ben Yedder. We're going to keep him like so. And then we're going to put Lucas back in on 8 chemistry. He'll be a very good winger on 8 chemistry. And then who's the other guy we need to move along? Ruslan and Mendy, and that's it. And then I'll put Gnabry over here. This will be the 50k team, just over. I don't know why that's gone to 75k, but it's just over 50k. This team, this is one of the best teams you can get that money can buy for 50k. Now, as I said, because of the way prices are for a split second, as you can see, it's inflated. So it's about 53k. Which is a very, very good team. But this is a good 50k team. As again, this is the same situation. You can play multiple formations. So if you want to try a good formation out, I'll say the 4-2-3-1. Again, this is probably the way I'll play it. Dembele and Cam, Lucas, like that. That's probably the way I would do it personally. In the game, maybe something like this, like that. That's kind of what I would do. Maybe like that. That's how I play it in game. But as I said, when you're looking for to make cheap teams, the key things you want key players. So I know, for example, Ruslan, Semedo, Mendy, and Schulz are one of the best back fours in the game. Areola is not the best goalkeeper, gets the job done. Sissoko, one of the best CDMs. Goretzka does a bit of everything. Ben Yedder, key striker, and Dembele can get the job done in Cam. That's kind of the key things you want to look for when you're making a team. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. So you kind of got two teams. You got a 50k team and you got a team of 50k in each position. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching again. As I said, you'll normally play better with, generally speaking, a cheaper team, because the way FIFA is, you play better with a cheaper team because you pass the ball around more. You play more methodically. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, boys. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.